clock. Tune into the show. Let the beats drop. Barry Murphy's voice. It's a hip hop. Get ready to groove. Get ready to sway. Barry Murphy's got something to say. Let's turn up the volume. It's time to glow. All voice of the nation radio. Let's go.
Hello. Welcome to again another edition of our Go Out to Vote. And tonight we have the privilege to have Dr. Stella with us. And again, this is Voice of the Nation TV radio that you can listen to us live on TuneIn and on Modern Ghana, and you can also watch us live on Facebook and all the social media handles. So, I think we started last week, and we're still talking about it. Go out there to vote. Your vote is your power. Dr. Stella been educating us a lot about this election, and tonight she want to talk to us about why immigrants have to vote or must vote. It's so deep. I mean, everybody is voting. Yesterday I went to vote in a way, but then she is gonna educate us why. Why? Because it looks like America, it's all immigrants. But again, why we have to vote? So again, Doug, you are welcome to Voice of the Nation TV radio station. That you always be a blessing to us, and also you be part of the family, Voice of the Nation family too. I mean, new here, and you will never be new, but always here to give us more information, more things to update us on things that is going on. So, Doug, if I may ask, you said, why immigrants have to vote? I mean, it's very broad, and I know you will break things down for us. So before Doug start or say anything, we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back. Again, this is the Voice of the Nation TV radio, online TV and online radio that you can watch us live on Facebook, YouTube, and all the social media handles. And you can also listen to us on Modern Ghana, TuneIn, and let your voice be heard. So we take a little bit short break, and we'll be right back.
Turn up the radio, it's time to get real. Barry's in the house with a voice that you can feel. Answers with Barry, he's got the knowledge you seek. On the Voice of the Nation, he's the host that's unique. Every question you have, he's got the answer on lock. From politics to culture, he's got it all on the clock. Tune into the show, let the beats drop. Barry Murphy's voice, it's a hip hop. Get ready to groove, get ready to sway. Barry Murphy's got something to say. Let's turn up the volume, it's time to glow. All voice of the nation radio, let's go.
Yes, so again, we are watching us live on Voice of the Nation TV radio, and also can listen to us on TuneIn and Modern Ghana. Let your voice be heard. Hello, Doug.
Hey. It's always a pleasure to be on Voice of the Nation. And I just want to send my warmest regards to all of our listeners, because without you, we won't be here. My thing is, like I said, I'm always well-rounded in spirit, in culture, and in fact, I tend to connect everything together. Saying that, I'm just trying to make a point here that if we can only change one person, to me, it means a lot.
Hmm.
We are at a stage where voting is just 8 more days or maybe 7 more days.
Yes, 8 more days.
And
Hmm.
our votes is very, very important. I know I've always said that I am partisan meaning that we don't get to choose who we should tell you to go and vote. But at the same token, when those candidates come out there and they are saying things that affect our life, I mean, I for one will say that we have to talk about it. And that's why I'm saying that immigrants, we as immigrants, you don't necessarily have to be a citizen to make a difference. Yes, you have to be a citizen in order to go and vote, but even as a non-citizen, you can also make an impact. You can call somebody or some citizens, they have children who are 18, you can encourage them or even take them to go and vote. You have friends that are citizens, give them a call. It is very dire for citizens and even citizens, immigrants, the way things are going. Some of your rights or some of our rights, if we are not careful, if you vote for the wrong person, some of the rights will be taken away. Just like Roe v. Wade, the right of women that was in the books. I mean, you think about it. This is not a right just for women. This right, Roe v. Wade, was in the book for 50 years, but the Republicans were able to overturn that because they had the Supreme Court judges that thought that they could do that. So how much, because sometimes we Africans, we really, really take things for granted. I go to a lot of African functions, and as soon as you even want to talk about, please go out. We are not concerned. We don't talk politics. And it just marvels me that we are living in this bubble. Why won't you talk about politics when in politics, that's where all the policies are made that shapes your life and my life. So Africans say, I don't want to talk about politics. It marvels me a lot. The other side, which is the Republican Party, I will call it. I mean, not just lately, their candidate has been saying all kinds of things about immigrants, how immigrants are coming to poison the blood of Americans.
Yes.
Immigrants, because when you say immigrants, I don't have to say, are you from Puerto Rico? Well, lately, Puerto Rico is an American state, so I don't know why Puerto Ricans should be considered like they do not belong. Or are you from Haiti? Are you from Africa? We are all immigrants.
Yes.
So when one is hurt, we are all hurt. So when the candidate is saying we're coming to poison their blood, or some immigrants eat cats and dogs, that's a demonization of all of us. Or immigrants, some of us, or immigrants are just good, mostly they're just good for the low-end jobs. Or immigrants, are we going to be deported? Or immigrants, though, if you have children in this country, your rights, your children may not be citizens anymore. Or as an immigrant, if you commit a crime, let's say you are a citizen, your citizenship can be revoked. And lately, watching the Trump rally last night, when somebody, a comedian, comes out there and talks about Puerto Rico is a garbage can. We Africans have heard that before. We had that 4 years ago when this candidate said Africans are countries. So it's almost the same thing. Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them. And that's why I'm saying that, how do you gain your respect? And that's why I don't understand why politicians come to us, they say all of these things, they curse us out, and just because of ideology, it's just, I look at it like religion. If you are Baptist, you don't want to align yourself with a Catholic, or if you're a Catholic, you don't want to be a Presbyterian. But guess what? At the end of the day, everybody is serving one God. So what is the difference from everybody mingling and learning from each other? Going back to my point, Immigrants, the rights that we have is on this election in 8 days. So I am here begging and saying that we should take this at heart, take it seriously, rally your friends, your brothers, your sisters, your children. If you cannot vote, take them out there. If you cannot
Mm,
vote, volunteer. You
mm,
hear this candidate, he talks about illegal immigrants voting. I worked as a verification a director for one organization that was in charge of just registering voters and making sure that the data can locate where voters of colors are. And I will tell you, the way the system is set up, there is no way an illegal, I don't want to call it illegal, an undocumented person or immigrant can go out there and vote. It's not possible. The system is so intact, it will tell. Yes, one or two crazy people may take some person's information, they want to go there, which I don't know why they would do that. But the impact is less than 0.1%. All I am saying today is that we immigrants, we can't just vote for candidates who do not care about us. If you're
mm,
watching the news, you're seeing what they're putting out there, you know the Republican candidate doesn't care about us immigrants. That's why we go back to the point where we say, let your voice be heard. Your vote is your power.
mm.
So why not use it? It's as easy as it can be. Your driver's license, that's all you need. If everything else is right, you are good. That's not asking for too much when you know that your life is at stake, and it is at stake. The other candidate is really serious. We saw what happened when children were separated from their parents
Mm.
at the borders. If that doesn't tell us that this candidate is serious about what he's saying, all he's been preaching these days is just about immigrants. So I guess his MO is just that immigrants should be sent away, even those who are legalized. So you think about it.
Hmm.
Go out there, let your voice be heard. Your vote is your power.
Your vote, it's your power. And as Doc said, go out there and vote. Your vote, it's your power. And again, I think it gets to the level that dog have to get to this level too, because it's, since we started this show, we never mentioned, but things that are happening now is very critical because people who want to take over, talking about revenge, talking about, I thought, like, when it comes to democracy, things, everybody will say anything, but at the end, we let everything go. And that person who takes over is a president for the whole country.
So
But
true.
this time, it seems like no, those who don't support him become his enemies.
Right.
Even in his own party, he's talking about revenge. So now we're not here to tell you who to vote to, but think and just weigh things and see what you think is best for you. But last week we talked about respect.
Right.
Somebody can give you everything on this earth, and if the person don't respect you, I don't think everything it's valuable than giving me my respect, than giving me the whole earth, and you don't value me. So we have to be very careful, listen to both candidates,
Right.
and then put yourself in their shoes and put yourself in their position and listen carefully. But we don't have to take things for granted by saying, oh, this person is just saying it, and she's just
Right.
saying it has happened before. So this is not a joke. And it's so critical that immigrants have to go out there to vote. When you look at things, I think Doc can break it more down for us. This country is 90% immigrants.
Right.
And then the 10%, because I'm red Indian, the Cherokee, and all those, all of them, even not from here, but was brought here. And then later, it's become a place for everybody. And it become a place for everybody to come to live, to make a life a better place for all of us. But then some words, if you heard about somebody talking about we Africans are shithole country and all those kind of things, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But all I can say is a whole lot of things are going on. But you we don't go out there to just start just like start not to justify, but just trying to blame people for something that is like you have no control over it. So this is very critical, but I know Dog will break it down for us why it's so critical for we our poor, because we are all immigrants. Why we immigrants we have to vote. Dog, anyway, I voted yesterday anyway.
Oh, so good. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Happy to
so
hear that. Did you take the little ones? Yeah, tell them they got to go out there and vote too.
yes, yes,
Every
yes,
vote
yes,
counts
yes,
and makes a
yes.
difference.
You
I'm
know,
still
until
contemplating.
uh,
I will do it before next week Tuesday.
yes, yes. Until they are 18 years, they can.
Right.
But then
Right.
you did mention something that is so important that I want to address it again. Look, this country, the security system, it's really well set in a way that you can't just go there. Because when I went there, first of all, I have to be in the line to show my driving license for them
Right.
to go to make sure before they give me a paper to sign and
Right.
take it to somebody for the person also to make sure everything is on the like everything is for real on the paper is true, every information before that person gave me that card to
Right.
take it to the booth. And there I have to, select who I want to vote for. After that, I have to take that card to another person that and they need to scan what I've they have to print what I've who I voted for, and then they scan into the system. So
Right.
you have a lot of process to go through. So if you are not a citizen or somebody with it's gonna be hard for you to vote. So
Rather
sometimes when
impossible.
you say the immigrants we get no, I mean, excuse me to say, I mean they don't do the paper thing that you go to put in there. It's a
Right.
paper though, but you have to go through a lot of things, be on the computer, put in all the information you want, print it out, make sure this is who you want to vote. Then you walk to somebody and then they scan into it. So it's a lot of process. So if someone be saying this, it's not true. Everything is well organized. So please go out there. Sometimes even if you're not citizen, just green card holder, just go there with a case. They will not let them in, but let them feel the environment, the atmosphere, how it is. I mean, it's good.
Right.
And like Doc said, those old folks who can make it, the young ones, pick your grandmother, your grandfather, your auntie, drive them to the polling station for them to vote. Do anything. It's not you just casting the vote means you anything you can do to make somebody vote. Like Doc said, one person make a big difference. So let's make it a way, empower everyone, encourage everyone, any ways, any means to take them to the place to vote. So we will take a little bit short break. When we come back, Dog is going to tell us why it's so critical for us immigrants to vote. Why is it so? Because I don't know if you were with us when we started. I think we having a little bit problem because I'm trying to connect to Facebook and I see we are on YouTube, but on Facebook I don't know what is going on. They're still working on it. So today maybe the questions have to go through text messages because I think what it's on people can watch us live now is on YouTube, but we'll work on the Facebook. We're still working on it, but we, we're working on it. But Dog did mention some things that I want to address it a little bit before we take the short break. Some kind of benefits that we're gonna lose if you don't vote wisely,
Right.
because in the States now with me or Dog that will be citizens, it doesn't matter where we are, anywhere we give birth to, our children are going to be citizens because
Right.
the parents are citizens. But all these kind of benefits and more will be cancelled because of I don't want to mention, but because somebody personal interest
Right.
or something that have been laid down for so many years, and they know this is how the system have to go, and this is what has been happening, and it's still happening. Some people want to just take advantage to mess a lot of things up. Also, thinking of, I mean, because we all be listening to the news saying that when somebody overstayed, have to be arrested for 10 years. I
Right.
mean, no, what the hell? I mean, I, I haven't heard this before because everyone is an immigrant. It doesn't matter. And then it's sometimes you overstay because of some issues or something, and that doesn't mean, because even when you break those kind of laws, they have a penalty for you when you start to process your things. So it means they know everything before they created all those penalties and other things. But then you can't, because this is not offense. I mean, though I'm here, I couldn't make it the time that I'm supposed. That doesn't mean I'm a criminal for you to put me in a jail or for 10 years. No, really, to me, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, we take a little bit short break and then we will be right back. If you have any question, you can send to 404 +1 404 988 5691. We're trying with a Facebook because that's where most of the time we see our questions. But I see, like, we are not on Facebook live, so we're still working on our technical crews. They're still working on it. So we take a short break, and when we come back, Dog will be breaking more things down for us. Again, you're listening to Voice of the Nation, watching Voice of the Nation on Facebook, YouTube, and all the social media handles. Listening to Voice of the Nation live on TuneIn and Modi Ghana. You can also listen to us in your cars. Just tune in to tuning Voice of the Nation, and you can listen to us live. And again, like Doc said, and I'm surprised that's our slogan anyway, let your voice be heard.
Turn up the radio, it's time to get real. Barry's in the house with a voice that you can feel. Answers with Barry, he's got the knowledge you seek. On the Voice of the Nation, he's the host that's unique. Every question you have, he's got the answer on lock. From politics to culture, he's got it all on the clock. Tune into the show, let the beats drop. Barry Murphy's voice, it's a hip-hop. B-O-T-S. Get ready to groove, get ready to sway. Barry Murphy's got something to say. Let's turn up the volume, it's time to glow. On Voice of the Nation Radio, let's go.
Yes, you're watching us live on Voice of the Nation TV and on online radio. And you can watch us live on every Tuesdays, and also watch us as live on Wednesday. That's Kingdom Conversation that we talk about the word of God, that we bring the word of God into reality. We apply it to our daily life. And then we have on Thursdays, we have different men of God starting from next month coming on it to, pray with us and also share the good news with us. And then on Fridays, it's also going to be Answers with Barry, that you're going to see just me and Dog and other folks that we're going to interview. So you're going to see more of us. And thank God, it means like now our TV and the radio online station is almost getting to 24/7. Means every day there's going to be some activities on it. So please put that in your mind that every 5 p.m. here in Ghana time, here in US time, something is going on Voice of the Nation TV and on radio, and in Ghana time from 9 to 10 p.m. and the UK time is 9 to 10 p.m. because now they switch, they move the time back now. So in Ghana and UK, both of you are on the same time. So from 9 to 10 p.m., 9 to 10 p.m. Ghana, 9 to 10 p.m. UK's time. But again, starting from next month, every day there's going to be something from 5 going. And on Thursday, maybe you're going to start early. So if you have something you want to do or something, some program adverts that you want to put it up, please contact us on +1 404 988 5691 and let your voice also be heard. So, like, we're saying Dog is with us, Dr. Stella is with us. I mean, like I told you the other time, when it comes to political science, yes, these are the people who are behind the scene doing a lot of things, follow a lot of powerful presidential candidates. Some of their, candidates became presidents of United States, so Bill Clinton and all that, they have the opportunity. Obama, all of them.
Harris,
Okay, so
local campaigns, governors, right,
yes.
right.
So, by the grace of God, they have learned a lot. And this time, we're not going to let them hide behind the scene anymore. We have to bring them for us also to learn much from them, because they're using all this knowledge and all these skills that they know to help the country, which, if I say the country, is United States. So we also have to gain a lot of knowledge and know what we are up to and what we're doing and how to do it. At least now, even I'm being educated, and I didn't just went to vote like I used to be like, I'm a Democrat. So that's fine. I'm a Republican, that's fine. But now I look up to some standards, some things that I know is going to help me in life from 5 years from now, 4 years from now, my children, my family. So it's not just about a party, but it's about the benefit and things that will help us on the way. So please, these are the kind of things that she's breaking it down for us. You don't just have to get up that you're going to vote. You have to look up to some things and make sure that your power that you have, you giving it to somebody that will do things that will help you in future and now and in future. So, Dog, why is it so critical that we have to vote, especially immigrants?
Well, I will say it and I'll say it again. If you have something, say, for example, you have this good, let me just say something very valuable, and you've had it for so long, and somebody wants to come take it away from you, what will you do?
I'll fight back.
I mean, the normal instinct is that you're going to fight.
Yes.
You're going to fight for your ownership. You're
Yes.
going to fight to gain or to get what you have, so that somebody else doesn't steal it from you. And that's why I'm saying that America, from its inception in the 1600s, when the indigenous were the ones that were first here, we don't know where they came from, but they were the ones that were first here. I mean, the Europeans came and met them. So in actuality, this land belongs to the indigenous. The Europeans came, they met them, they took over. And then, of course, other ethnic groups start to come in. And all along, I'm looking at it from the African perspective. I tell people all the time that, I mean, our forefathers were brought into this country. 1619, if we go back 1619, when the first slaves were brought. When I went to Ghana, I visited Elmina Castle. I went in there and I saw what our forefathers what the sufferings that they went through.
Oh, dog.
But
Please,
yes,
don't let me. I'm sorry to cut you off a little bit. I think it was
mhm,
my fault because now I get to Voice of the Nation. I see people put up a lot of comments there, and
okay,
then so please, y'all can put your questions over there for us. I mean, and Dog is also
I
there
can
too. I
read
don't
it.
know, Dog, if
Right,
you can see that, you can read it for us. But then
right.
I didn't know because I was trying every means to get to the. I didn't, not knowing people already on it already.
Okay,
But
that's good. If I see what I see here is from Opapa Pascal, and the comment is that good job. I see
oh,
Kweku
mm-hmm.
Nyamfi. Please forgive me if I don't pronounce it the
That's
right
all right.
way.
It's
It
awesome.
says good evening from Ghana, and
Mhm.
I see Eric K. Mensa. It's just a question mark. Immigrants. So far, that's
Oh,
what I see from my end.
oh, okay. Yes, yes,
Why?
yes.
Why?
Because all this while I thought, it's just the YouTube, but not
Okay.
knowing it was happening. So thank God now we're on the right track. So y'all can put all your
Right.
questions and your your opinion, your contribution is so important. And Doug is is here to answer all those questions. I'm the
Right.
answers with Barry, but this time it's Doug that the
At
answers. You know
least,
what I mean?
right, right. And just like what I was saying,
Mhm.
I tell people all the time that I feel that I belong here. And this
Yes.
is why I feel that I belong here, because our ancestors were brought from Africa. They came here. A lot of them died on their way here. They were mistreated, maltreated, raped. Just like I was
Mm,
saying, I went to Elmina Castle, did all the tour, and
yes.
tears came out of my eyes. That
Mm,
humbled me. So
mm,
I'm saying I belong here. And the
yes.
reason I say I belong here is because our forefathers gave their lives for us. So
Mm,
if you think of what they went through, our problems are not even that bad. All we're asking is that the rights that we have, if we don't vote in the right person, guess what? Those rights may be taken away from us. And I keep
that's so
going
true.
back to the Roe v. Wade, the rights that has been taken away from women. If
Mm,
the rights can be taken away from American women, let's forget about immigrants. So what makes you think that if you vote the right candidate, that right would not be taken back from you?
wow.
There's a lot that all of us are gaining in this country. It's just like everybody is in the ship. And
Yes.
if we are all in that ship, we want to make sure that the ship doesn't sink. So
That's
if we
true.
don't do our part, all we're asking is that just go out there and do your part.
Mm,
Vote. If you cannot vote, talk to somebody that you know that can vote. If you have
yes.
children, they are of age, 18 is a starting age to vote. Take them out there, talk to somebody that you know, volunteer. I tell people, and even the parents that can vote, just to teach your kids or your grandkids. I'm planning about taking my grandkids to go vote, just so they're not voting, but just to see the civilness of the whole thing or the importance of
How
everything.
important. Exactly.
They know
Wow.
that when they get to that age, they can't just
The-
sit back. I
Mm,
talk to Americans who are born in this country. I talk to some of them in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and they're telling you, "Oh, I've never voted." Yeah,
mm,
the politicians are all the same. No,
yes.
the politicians are not all the same.
Mm,
That's why I stress emphasis on the fact that if you're listening now, there's so many social media outlet that you can get your news from, even though sometimes you also have to check and make sure that where you're getting your news from is reliable.
yes.
Some social media news are just misinformation. So in this day and age, you want to check it once or twice when you hear something. There are people who heard Trump saying that immigrants are eating cats and dogs, and they believed it.
It's the all their
They
pets.
believed it. So how so? That's what I'm saying. I mean, you want to check where your information is coming from. Check
Mhm.
the major media. I'm not saying don't check your YouTube. For the young ones, they love to go to YouTube and all of the other social outlets that are there, Twitter and the rest. But
Mhm.
make sure that when you hear something or you see something that sounds so good to be true, or that sounds really outrageous, you want to double check. I come in as an African descent, and I keep saying it. The reason we are not respected when it comes to the political arena is
Mhm.
because we've not really collated or come together to form a group. For example, I hear that some Puerto Ricans will be out there just because of what was said yesterday. When they
Yeah.
call their island an island of garbage,
Mm.
guess what? That's not a joke.
No.
They are together. They will be out there protesting what was said. But we
Yes.
Africans, we are not respected. Mexicans or Spanish people, they have their own groups. African Americans, they have so many groups. I know some of us are part of those groups, but I'm
Mm.
still praying and hoping that one day we Africans too can come as a group and unite. Because
Yes.
when we unite, we have a group as one.
That's so true.
Politicians will respect us. You will hear them say, oh, those African, I call ourselves double African Americans because we are originally from the land of our motherland.
Yes.
When we unite together, we form a coalition. Guess what? We will be respected.
Yes.
That's why I'm here. I'm begging, I'm preaching, I'm saying all that I can say passionately, that anywhere you are in the 50 states, or some of our brothers and sisters that are abroad listening to this station, please, if you can vote and you haven't voted, there's absentee ballots. Send in your vote. Your vote is your voice, and your voice by you voting is your power.
Hmm.
If you can forego everything else, why can't you forego that 2 or 3 hours? That's going to make a big impact on your life in
Yes.
so many things, in education, in healthcare, in everything else. I mean, climate change. We see how the climate floods are happening every day, every
That's true.
night, tornadoes,
Hmm.
hurricanes. So there's a lot going on at this day and age that it should be. I mean, that's a disrespect to yourself to just sit
Hmm.
there and say, oh, these politicians, they're all the same. That it just kills me when people say, oh, they're all the same. They are not all the same. Because if you listen to what they are saying,
Hmm.
the other candidate is saying that, okay, if you start a business, we're going to give you a $50,000 write off. I
Hmm.
know a lot of Africans who are doing businesses. And if you even want to start your business, what a time to start a business.
Wow.
If the other party wins, what a time. What a time. If you are a first time home owner,
Mm-hmm.
you will be given 25,000. I wish somebody had given me 25,000 to just put as a down payment. That's a
Yes.
conversation for another time, because we have a seminar coming up after the voting where I'm going to
Yes.
be talking about what it takes for you to at least work with your credit and make sure that when that $25,000 come, you are in it. We are
Wow.
living here. Most of us, we can only go to Africa and make an impact. Yeah,
Yes.
yes, we have houses over there and stuff, but where do we live most of our lives? We have to even live here in order to be able to support our family members that are back in Africa.
That's
So
so
it is
true.
very dire. In 7 days, the decision will be made.
Hmm.
So go out there, vote like you've never voted before, because a lot of things can change if you don't vote for the right person.
Say go out and vote. Go, go, go and vote. And please like, share, follow, share, like, and follow. Yeah, so Doug be saying a lot, and she really break it down, really down for even a 3 years old kid to understand what she talking about. He said, go out in your numbers to vote. She was telling us about, I mean, how these Spanish folks come together, that they're about to, do some demonstration and all this. because they don't want to just somebody to say anything anyhow about them. And like United States, you say together we stand.
Right.
When we stand or we come together, we are so powerful. I think um, Dog was able to address this and pull us back about 4 years ago when another one of the candidates said Africa is a whole shit, like
It's a shithole.
a shit whole country.
It's
You know,
garbage. Right.
he did garbage. Like he did put it like a continent, said a shit
Right.
whole country. You see, we should have come together
Right.
because you can't just say anything anyhow.
And we sit
And
quiet.
guess what? After that, within a month, the wife have to go to Ghana. And you see, Africans, we are so nice, be honest, have to go to Ghana and they still have to grant the wife interviews. After your husband say all these things, you know what I mean? But it's time, there are some things we don't know, so we just let it go. But like Doc said, she's gonna, after even the election, she's about to prepare us for the things that are coming. Prepare, like she just mentioned something. If you didn't pay attention, some key thing that she said, if God permit and the election is over and the other party wins, the one day, and she did mention that people be saying they are all the same.
Right.
Please listen to both of them. They are not the same.
Not
There's
at
a
all.
big difference
Yes.
between them. One is talking about after the election, if you give your
Their
vote to her
candidate
to
wins.
be
Right.
the president of United States. One, if you're a first time
Homeowner.
new person
Homebuyer.
buying a new house, they will give you 25,000. And all this, she also break it down because I'm just trying to bring the key things. Maybe you didn't pay attention. You have to prepare yourself towards it. How?
Exactly.
By working on your credit. So when the time
Right.
comes, you are ready for it.
Right.
Because if you're not ready for it, you see
You
the
can't
opportunity,
earn it.
but you can have it.
Right.
So, after this election, there's more things to learn every day when you come on this show. So prepare yourself to learn a lot. Prepare yourself before the time comes. Prepare yourself before you be like, oh, how do I know? So please go out there to vote because there are two big different candidates over there.
Candidates.
One talking about what he can do.
Mass deportation. Yeah. Mass
The-
deportation. Right.
And then you be handled as a criminal if you overstayed.
Right.
And some people are taking days like, oh, it's just a saying. It has happened
No.
from when kids were separate from their parents here in
Right.
the United States. Here, it did happen. So it means it can happen again. One preaching about the revenge, that he's
Right.
going to revenge. He don't see himself to be a president for the whole country. No, he see himself to be a president for just a group of people.
For the rich.
To the rich people and a group of people who just support his policies. But then that's not what his democracy is about. It have to be, everybody have to share his opinion. And then at the end, whoever become a president for everyone. It
everybody.
doesn't matter what our person
Right.
have said or have done. That's why you become the president, become like the daddy of the house,
Right.
no matter what it is. But then if you're still insisting on things, on negative things that you are willing to do, and also trying to cause some people trash human
Right.
beings, we need to respect. Like I remember when this same person talking about immigrants eating people's pets in Ohio, which is not true. So please, think wisely and also vote wisely because
Right.
it's your power that you're giving. It's like, like a weapon. It's like your weapon that you're giving to somebody. Are you do you feel secure to give that weapon to the person you handle that gun to? Do you feel secure? You have to. So if you don't feel secure, don't, because that weapon that you're giving out will be used to kill you yourself. So please think wisely and make the right choice. We're not telling you who to vote for, but at least a word to a wise is enough. You know what is going on. You be hearing what is going on. You be seeing
see.
what is going on.
Right.
It's like three monkeys in a lot in Israel. One said, "I speak no evil." One said, "I hear no evil." One said, I see no evil."
Right.
We see everything that is going on. And think about it. Think about yourself. Think about your children. Think about your auntie, your sister, your mother, your father, your uncle, your nephew, your niece. Think about everyone around you. Don't just think about yourself. Sometimes, excuse me to say, some of our brothers, we think, oh, by the grace of God, we have everything. We can vote, we have the rights. But
right.
Don't
You
think
still
that
don't have it.
Don't think that way, because anything can happen.
Sure.
Anything can happen. If maybe they're doing wrong things, that one is different. But if they are here to just make a life, this place, a better place for themselves and their family, taking care of people back home and other things, one person taking care of a whole lot of people, he's the breadwinner, he's the head of the family, he's everything. And then it's like, just imagine anything happens to him, and do you know what is going to happen? So we have to think, we know where we came from. So we have to think very broad, not just like about ourselves, because now I'm living good, I have my own house, I have my cars, I have my business,
right.
and all that. So
my kids are doing fine. That's okay.
No, that's not okay. You need to extend it. And also, like Doc said something, for us, the middle class, that, I'm just saying, because some of us very soon we're going to shoot from the middle class to,
right. We can't stay like this.
So if we in the middle class for now, which is we are the majority, we have to look into things that will help us. So if this person is coming with a business plan or to support the little business that you have, like Dr. Stella said, most of us, the Africans, we're doing business. Right. So, I mean, if this opportunity is for us, because that can boost our business a little bit up for us. But then remember, what I want people to get it, if you haven't get to the millions, you're not part of those rich folk that is, they give them that tax break that we're talking about.
Right,
I just want to be straight up here. So if you're in the middle class, don't be, I'm going to get a tax break. From what? You have to be there to enjoy that one.
To get something that is impactful.
They have nothing to lose too, though.
Right.
Because they have it. We always have something to lose.
We need.
Yes, we always in need. They pass that level. They don't need anything. They are good. So we need to think about ourselves, think about our brothers, our sisters, and things that is going around our level. You understand what I mean? So that we can do the right thing, vote to the right person, and this place will be a better place for me and you to enjoy and have peace. Because you will not have peace if you're a full citizen and they are treating your brother.
They're harassing you. Harassing your family members or asking you just because you're black.
4 years ago, before this time, a lot of things were happening in New York.
Right.
A lot of people are citizens, but they've been harassed.
Right.
The time the officers find out these people are legal and everything, a lot of harm have been caused. Why?
Exactly.
And we don't want all this kind of things. So please think wisely and vote wisely, because your vote is your power. We have about 10 minutes. We're going to take a little bit short break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the benefits if you vote for the middle class, because majority have to carry the votes. Right. So if you think of just, because people be saying, that time the economy was good, and somebody prepare the way for anyway. Let me tell you, I don't want to, but all we're trying to say, go out there to vote, but vote
Right.
wisely. You'll be hearing what is going on in the news. You'll be watching, I'll be watching CNN 24/7. You'll be watching Fox, CNN, CBS, you'll be watching all
MSNBC,
that.
ABC, all of that.
Basically, all that. And you'll
Right.
be hearing and seeing all that
What
is
these
going on.
candidates are saying.
This is not the same. These two people are not the same.
Right.
One is like a bully, one is like coming to revenge, and it's like putting fear into people. How can you
Right.
live in your own
In
country
fear.
or live in your own house and you don't feel at home? No. It's not just us, because you have to hear what is going on. We just have to, fix facts. And we just be like, oh, I don't care because I have. Really? You will care when the time comes.
Right.
Because it can happen to your niece, it can happen to your nephew, it can happen to somebody close to you, somebody you love,
Right.
somebody, even a friend. So you being white, being Hispanic, being Asian, being African, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter, because I always say this: when you cut us, it's just
Red
one
blood.
color that you see.
Right.
The red blood.
Red
That's
blood.
the only thing you see. It doesn't change color that you see, green or blue. No, one. So don't think, oh, because I'm this. No, please, let's put ourselves in that position that now, for instance, I know I'm a full citizen, but just I'm putting myself, if I'm not yet and I'm working on, I'm thinking of going to work on it. How am I going to feel? Just think, because this place that we live in, we just want to live and to make a better living for
live.
ourselves and just enjoy
Right.
life. That's what it is about. Those criminals, those who are doing bad things, yes, the law will deal with them. That one, yes.
Of course.
If you ask me to come and give them a dirty slap, I will.
Like they do in Africa, right? You give them a dirty slap. How is the
Dirty
slap
one.
dirty? So true.
But then it's like, if I'm here to make sure, like, to take care of my family, my children, and that one, there's nothing wrong with it. So please think wisely, and we'll take a little bit short break, and then we'll be right back. And then Doug is gonna tell us more about the benefit. And we have 8 more days, because another thing I want you guys also to remember, now we started the early voting, and it's gonna stop
Right.
on the 1st.
Yeah.
And then 2nd, 3rd, 4th will be closed. Then on the 5th,
Okay.
everyone have to vote. But remember what Dr. Stella told us earlier on
Last week.
when we started this show. Anything can happen that very day.
Right.
So it's better you go to vote now in the
Right.
early vote, so that to avoid any rush, any maybe rainy,
Bomb scares or
any
anything.
storm,
Right.
anything can
Flood,
happen.
anything can happen.
Anything. Like now, I'm good because I've cast my votes.
Right.
So please do it now. Don't wait to the rush hour time for you to be like, oh man, I couldn't. No, this is the time. And even when you go there, when I went to the place yesterday, it took me like about just 5 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
I just drove to the courthouse,
Okay.
and then and this old man was telling me, oh, I'm so happy. All the young folks are coming out to vote. And I look at it, I almost said, like, look at my wife here calling me a young man. Anyway, I'm young anyway.
Right.
So we take a short break, and then we'll be right back.
Turn up the radio, it's time to get real. Barry's in the house with a voice that you can feel. Answers with Barry, he's got the knowledge you seek. On the Voice of the Nation, he's the host that's unique. Every question you have, he's got the answer on lock. From politics to culture, he's got it all on the clock.
Yeah.
Tune into the show, let the beats drop. Barry Murphy's voice, it's a hip hop. Get ready to groove, get ready to sway. Barry Murphy's got something to say.
I think it really
Let's
sounds
turn
from here.
up the volume, it's time to
From here,
go.
I only see that song. I'm not getting it.
Voice of the
I still
Nation
let it
Radio,
real.
let's go.
Okay, get it, song. 200 and something.
Hello, welcome to Voice of the Nation Radio. That you can listen to us live on TuneIn and on Modern Ghana. You can also watch us live on Facebook, YouTube, and all the social media handles. And again, we say, let your voice be heard. Go out there and vote, 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 vote. Continue to follow, share, and like and follow, and tell your friend to tell a friend because we're sharing very powerful information that we have Dr. Stella feeding us all this information, what is coming, what is about to come, how we should prepare ourselves for the good things, the benefits that we are all looking forward. So this is something that is preparing us towards, I would say preparing towards the good time. But then if you move to the bad time, we're in trouble. We don't want to go back again. We like forward in Ghana, backwards never. So, dog, I mean, we have about just 4 minutes, and I see folks enjoying it, and I didn't put up any questions. If you do that, I do like that, because it makes me feel like understand all that we're talking about. But again, when you put a question, it also make it very lovely, because then we know you understand, and you want other folks also to understand more of what you learn. So, dog, I mean, what are we like? We have about just 4 minutes now. I mean, what are some of the benefits, and what are we still looking forward? Because I know other now your main focus is for them to go out there to vote. The benefits will come later, but I know that's the main focus. Go out there, go out there, go out there. So, dog, I mean, what are you going to tell all of us what to do?
Well, what I would say, which I've said it again, is that the benefits are really much. The benefits from the other side, from healthcare to gun control to education to loan forgiveness for young folks and even old folks. That's the good thing about this country. At any age, if you want to go back to school to educate yourself, you can do that. There's a lot of benefits on that, on insurance, on climate change, on housing, which we just talked about. Housing is number one. That is the biggest dream of every immigrant. Most of us come here, 99.9% of us, our parents didn't buy houses here and leave it for us. We come here, we work hard, we earn a living, and we say, okay, let's end the American dream, which is owning your own little house. Even if it's a 2-bedroom, you earn it, you worked hard for it. At least nobody is coming out there to bug you or anything. To start thinking about just being mediocre, just owning our own small little house, we're complacent, a little car. We should start thinking about the bigger things. And that's why I say the other side of it, think about $50,000 write-off. That is a big boost to your business, meaning that if you have good business ideas, we too can become like the Elon Musk or the Jeff Bezos. And just for your information, Elon Musk came from South Africa as or let's just say as an immigrant.
Yes.
He came here to go to school, Stanford University, but guess what? He didn't even enroll in the courses so he too lied. He too lied. He started his business. And over the years, Elon Musk has worked on his businesses. From PayPal, he bought it, and then from PayPal, he invented a Tesla, the electric cars. That is where most of his billions came from. Now he's also involved in SpaceX. So the man is untouchable. And then the irony is that you would think somebody like him, who is an immigrant, even though he came in rich, but guess what? He had to work hard as an immigrant. He had to become a permanent resident before becoming a citizen. So while you as an immigrant, you've benefited from this big economy, now you don't want anybody else to get the same benefits that you had. You're standing up there and you're demonizing other immigrants. So think about it. There's a lot at stake, and there's a lot that if we think twice by choosing the right person who has our back, we too can get off the middle class to the upper class, meaning that we get up to those, not just 1 million, we get up to becoming millionaires with S's and billionaires. So my pledge to everybody listening today is that please, as Africans, as immigrants, we need our respect. Go
Yes.
out there, tell somebody, preach to somebody, take them to the ballot. If you cannot vote, those who can vote, please go out there and let your voice be heard, because your vote is your power. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys, and I'm hoping I will see you guys on Friday, same time, same place.
Wow. So Doug have said it all. Dr. Stella have said it all. And then tomorrow we have Kingdom Conversation, and we have Reverend Obin who's saying we shouldn't pay tithe. And then we have Reverend Emmanuel who said we should pay tithe. So it's going to be so controversial, and it's going to be fun. So you have to, and it's going to start at the same time. And definitely, I'm bringing Doug also to be one of the people to ask questions. So,
Right.
Doug is always here with us. He's part of the family, so get used to him. So it's going to be fun tomorrow. It start at 5 to 6 here, and then it's going to be UK time, it's going to be 9 to 10 p.m. and Ghana time 9 to 10 p.m. And on Thursdays, like I said, starting from next month, we're going to have the men of God coming on it to preach and also to pray. So that will be a time of prayer. Come join them, pray, and that's the time to communicate with your Almighty, and that's where you also share all your problems with Him, and as He's listening, He will always answer us. And then Fridays we have Answers with Barry show that we're also going to have a guest, and her name is Blessing. She's like have organization about like a disabled organization in Ghana, well organized, helping a lot of disables. And with that, this is like something I'm just throwing to Doug here, but
Right.
Doug is also one of the
All
Doug, I know you're good on every field, so just when it comes to charity, I want also you to introduce yourself over there too, for people
Right.
who you are though. So Doug is the vice president for
American Institute.
Yes, also one of the powerful charity institutes here in the United States. And then I think it's going to be a big privilege for Blessing to meet Dr. Stella, because she can learn a lot. I mean, she's going to tell us about her organization, but at the end, she's going to learn a lot from Doug and how also to work with them if it's possible. So this is what is lined up for the week. Don't mix a thing, because it's packed with good information, and continue also to support us in every way. Pray for us and in every aspect. And also, like if you want to advertise your business, to be on the show, or you have any program that you also want to be on it, you can call me on +1 404 988 5691, or you can email us on Voice of the Nation Radio. In any ways, let your voice be heard. So shalom to all of you. Tomorrow at the same time, we will be here for you. We love you and really appreciate your time. We always appreciate it, because it goes a long way for you to listen to us, though you are gaining a lot, but also we also enjoy when you are coming to support us by telling us we're doing a good job, and all those things that you are saying to us. We don't take it for granted. We really appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Turn up the radio, it's time to get real. Barry's in the house with a voice that you can feel. Answers with Barry, he's got the knowledge you seek.